So for our this part, we're going to change the stamina text into a proper UI. So we're going to add a stamina bar. So as you can see, the current stamina we have right now, it's very boring, it's very plain. So we're going to change that into a more better version. So here's how we're gonna do it. So the first step into creating this part is, first let's go to the third person controller script. So in this script, we're going to change a few things in order to make our UI more better. So namely, the first change we're gonna do is to change the TMP text into an image. So if you can find that. So this one. So basically, we're gonna replace this with image stamina bar. Okay. And then next step is to go to the void stamina UI. And as you can see, it's still text, so we're gonna change this into a bar. So just replace this into bar. This one into fill amount, since we're gonna be using a fill. We're gonna be using the fill image. Just remove this matte. Okay, so actually, before I forget, in the Unity at the very top, you want to include the using Unity engine.ui. So right here, engine.ui. You're going to need this since we are using the Unity UI, the stamina bar, for this to work. So you need to use this. And just one more thing, change the stamina text into a bar. I forgot about that. And once that is done, you save this, and then let's go to Unity. We're just going to compile the scripts. Let's wait for it. And then once the script is done, you go to your player, which is the capsule. Then you go down here, you see you already have the script right here. So you will see a new stamina bar. So this is going to be our new stamina indicator. So firstly, in our canvas, so we have our canvas here. Let's delete the stamina text. We do not need this. And then we will create a image. So in the canvas, add an image, UI image, and you have your image here. And then in your image, you want to put a white UI. So I just uploaded a simple white image, and to change that into a UI, so you need to go to the texture type and set this into sprite 2D and UI, and then make sure to set the sprite mode into single. And then once that is done, you can put the white UI right in this source image. As you can see, you can also change the color of the UI, but for now, let's make it black. let us duplicate the image. Let's make this one to blue, indicating the stamina. So like this. And then let's make some adjustments. So for our width, let's make it like 450, or maybe a little bit more smaller, like this, like 30. You can also do that for the black. So make it a little larger, like 455, and then 35. Maybe let's make it just 450. And then you can set the position of both the images. So for the UI, so let's just put it like 380. Copy and paste that value right there. Then for the position Y, just put it up a little bit like this. So like 245. Copy that as well. And you can just let me just adjust this a little bit, like 300, and just the position like right here. So 440, negative 440, and a little bit more. Okay, so when you have both the images, so find the blue image, the blue color one, rename this into stamina bar, something like that. Okay, and then lastly, we're just going to need to set the image type of the stamina bar into filled. And then the filled method should be horizontal. And then once you're done with that, you go to your capsule and then set the stamina bar UI image as the stamina bar. And then let's test it. So let's just wait for the Unity to load. And as you can see, there you go. It's a lot more better, it's a lot more clean, and the stamina gets decreased. That works perfectly. Nice. Okay, so for the next part is we're going to make the stamina have work. So basically, if you saw a while ago when we tested the capsule, the stamina here, actually when it reaches 0, the capsule or the player can still move. So as you can see, you can still move, and that is not really good. So we're going to make a system where when the player reaches 0 stamina, he cannot move. But as you can see, the regeneration still works as seen in the code. So let us implement this system by going back to our third-person controller script. So moving back to our third-person controller script, let's go back to the top here. And let's add a new reference. So let's go down here. Let's add a private bool. Stamina depleted equals false. And this will track if the stamina is 0 and such. Then let's add another reference. So private bool is regenerating false. Now we're going to add a new function in a new line of code in the void update. So let's add the if can move. So we're going to add some line like this. Oops. Stamina depleted. Return. Okay. And then let's go down. Let's find the take stamina damage. So right here. So we're going to add a new function. So let's go like this, and if stamina, okay, let me just quickly 0, stamina depleted would be equals to true. And then add another if statement, regenerating start routine regenerates stamina or routine. Okay. You just add a parenthesis additionally and a comma. Okay. So now let's go to the we're going to add a new code here. So I enumerator sorry regenerating is regenerating was true. There. So, while max stamina, and then yield return new wait for seconds. So 3 seconds. So we wait 3 seconds for it to regenerate after the player takes damage. And you can change that value however you like. So I just like mine at 3 seconds. I think it's pretty good. Regenerates stamina plus mat F. Oops. Okay. Update stamina UI. Then if stamina 0, stamina depleted false. And then lastly, at this while code, we're going to add in is regenerating. So right here, just press enter. False. Okay. So that's about it for the script. So let's save it and let's test it in Unity. So now we are testing it in Unity, and let's see if the new script works. So you take damage and it becomes 0. As you can see, I cannot move. So I'm trying to press. You can hear my keyboard. I cannot move, but it can regenerate every 3 seconds. And yeah, that's pretty much the system. So it works perfectly fine. And yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, so for this next part, we are going to show you how to create a simple cutscene in Unity. So it's very easy and it just takes a few steps. So firstly, we're going to need to create a timeline. So I already have a timeline here. So all you need to do is just create empty game object and name it timeline. And then we're going to go to the window tab and go to sequencing and timeline. Drag this timeline down here. You need to go here in the plus sign, add an animation track. And then we're going to add a new camera. So just create a new camera. And this camera is basically our cutscene camera. Okay. So once you got that, add an animator component on this camera. And then let's go to the timeline. I'm going to need to drag the cutscene camera here. Okay. So once we get the cutscene camera, we can now start animating this clip and making some cutscene. So if we're just gonna make a short clip, we just need to do this. Let's put it up here. This. And then if you have it set it up already, go back to the timeline and hit record. And you can just drag the camera wherever you want. So at this instance here, I want to make sure it's positioned like this. And then up right here, it should now face the player. So you check the game to see how the camera looks. Okay. And once you're satisfied with your cutscene clip, just click the stop button, and then once you're done, you convert this into a clip track, and then you can play this. See, you can now play the animation. So it's just a very short animation right here. Okay, so if you notice, the cutscene works, but if we start the game, actually, let's wait for this, and you can see the cutscene works. However, if we move our character, it actually did not switch camera, so that is actually pretty bad. So what we're gonna need to do is to create a cutscene manager script where it can switch camera after the cutscene is over. So to do that, we just need to head to our project, create a script. Call this cutscene manager. Okay, it's gonna just load a little bit. So let's wait for that. So now we are at the cutscene manager. Let us put the needed code. So just I'm going to first add the system collections. And right at the top here, let's just remove the comments. We'll add a public camera cutscene camera, and then their gameplay camera. Object layer, and then let's go to the void start. So gameplay camera. So we first set that to disabled. Okay, now let's add the enumerator and cutscene. Okay, cutscene camera, cutscene object, pose. Okay, so pretty much it's done. So this is the cutscene manager script. So let's get back to the game. Let's go. I'll just wait for it to compile. Okay, so once the script is done, you just add a empty game object, and let's make this the cutscene manager. Just drag the cutscene manager script here, and then you could see for the cutscene camera, this one gameplay camera is your main camera, and the player is the capsule. So there we go. And then when we test the game, let's see. Okay, so as you can see, the camera works, and we can now play as the character, and camera works as well. So that's about it for this tutorial. So I hope you learned a lot from making an open world game. So this game is pretty much very simple, but you can explore more, you can add more things if you want, but this is just one of the basic ways to create an open world game. So adding a stamina, having a third person controller here, it's just really good. And then obviously having a very wide world asset. As you can see, very good terrain, which is one of the key aspects of open world games. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial video, and I hope you've learned something, and see you next time, and goodbye.
What's up, guys? It's me, Aldrich. I just want to say thank you so much for the support. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And remember to seize the day. Thank you.